Alright, folks, I hope I'm live. Yep, I got Rob.
Oh, I'm here.
Yep, it's working. It's a-working. I just gotta pull my YouTube up so I can see. I couldn't figure out what was going on because it didn't. Everything stopped working, and I still had everything same. And then all of a sudden, I watched my Elgato software started to reload and try to reload, and then the Discord went down. So then I knew what was up, more or less. So anyway, hopefully everybody's back. Try this again. Oh, here we go again with the video quality, maybe? I don't know. Shit. Anyway, hopefully everything's working. Well, thank you, Barbarian. Everything seems to be working, more or less, so let's continue on.
Yes.
Yeah. Isn't it fun having these? Oh, that's what I was telling you earlier. I was lurking in your live stream. Like I said, I was not feeling very sociable that day. So, truly.
Well, you had reason. You had reason.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was almost in tears, actually. I was just really, really upset. So, it's only 3 years old. I went and looked on the date on the box. And, what day it shipped, it was October 2nd, 2017. So, and I had bought a 1-year extended warranty, so, but that didn't do me any good. So anyway, so the other thought was, if there was a way to incorporate, after you do the quest, to be able to incorporate, some part of this into a settlement. But I don't think you can go far enough up this way is the problem. I don't think you can walk up around the island here, or the point. So, if that's the case, yeah, so you can't get to that coastline over here. So, you're outside the zone. So, it kind of ruined this. Oh, my net went down for about a minute and a half, so I had to reset everything and restart. So, maybe a minute. It doesn't take long. It just, if it hiccups, it'll usually recapture it, but the Elgato software fucks up, and then when Discord went down, I knew something was serious. So, because usually Discord will just beep at you a couple of times and then come back. This is kind of a cool boat. I like this. What's in here? Bottle caps. I'll take those.
Yes, welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming back.
So, today's stream is kind of an exploratory putzing around. So here's that wheel again. But they put it up that way. So, very strange. So, I think that may be just a large version? I don't know.
That's a different wheel from the last one.
Is it? Here's another wheel. Yeah?
The one that was in the first boat you showed us didn't have the handles. It was just the wheel.
Yeah, that's right. So here's another one for us, Russ. Here's another wheel for us to investigate in the creation kit. That's kind of cool. It wouldn't be...
Not my nephew!
It would be very hard to stand there, though. So, weird. Why are these baskets aglow? Am I looking for steel? Maybe.
It would be really weird to have your ship's wheel there. Because the boathouse would completely... or the wheelhouse would completely obscure your vision forward.
Yes, so... But if you were doing a... it might be, yeah, because there's no wheel inside, so you couldn't say it's even an auxiliary. And if you did have an auxiliary, it'd be up there, not down here.
It should be above the wheelhouse,
yeah,
not behind it.
This is at the jump-off point for Far Harbor. So, I can't remember the guy's name. So, Mojitos, Joshua. I know it's. Mozambique? I don't know.
Joshua Mojito.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Are they still here? Or did they move? I think they left.
They're probably.
Oh, no,
they're
they
probably
are.
still
Here's
here.
the missus.
Thank you so much. Kasumi is home, and I'll make sure Kenji gives her some space.
Nakano.
Nakano. Yeah, Nakano's. Anyway, so yeah.
I like how she doesn't even say a word to you, and you're walking around her house.
Yep. Well, she said hello. Anyway, so yeah, it probably is. That's what it looks like. It looks like the Predwin wheel.
You brought my little girl home safely. Thank you again.
So, so this is the other spot, but now that I'm up here kind of looking at it, you can't... It would be really hard to do this as a, I think as a settlement. Because you can't build out that way. You can't walk up around that way, so it would be a long, skinny type thing, or have to be L-shaped maybe? I don't know. It'd be a weird build to incorporate that dock over there and cut across over here somehow? I don't know. So, to me, it'd be...
You definitely wouldn't be able to do the, you wouldn't have the ability to build anywhere near the jump-off point for Far Harbor.
Right. So, I know there was where... let's go over there and go to the sleep here for a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, the more I understand about what you can and can't get away with, so... Let's see. I do, oops, wrong button. Do 10 hours. Bet 5 burritos? It does kind of look that way, Russ. It's just rather odd looking. Yeah, it's daylight. Now we can see it. It does look like the Predwin wheel. It's a cool wheel, though. I really like it. So, which is why, of course. But that's what we're looking for, is input from viewership of... I know a lot of people don't use mods or are necessarily interested in military mods. But that's what we're working on. So here's that weird puke that... The only place I can get that is that CVS mod. CVA. So, I got my head up my ass as usual.
You can't get it from the Walgreens mod, you can only get it from CVS?
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, so that kind of ends the look up the North Shore here. And, but where I wanted to one of the places that I had thought of, because of the train thing, is across from... The problem is that you're now starting to get too close to Gunner Plaza, but there's a stretch in there that's behind the hospital and stuff, which may be a viable place to put a military base that incorporates the train line. So, yes, Russ, I've been thinking about this too, so...
Well, yeah, being they've shrunk and moved Fort Devens to make Fort Hagen, you could easily put something along one of the train lines with a few military buildings and just have it, have a sign for it saying that it's the Fort Hagen deployment sighting number, and then put a number on it. Because, I mean, that's how we, on Fort Benning, you go to the siding to load your armored vehicles up onto the flat cars.
Right.
And literally, as you roll up, you're on post instead of off post, but it's the same thing. You roll up, and there's a giant sign saying what siding you've reached. And I always thought it was funny because it says it's siding number 5.
Yeah.
It's the only one on post.
So there's I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that they got rid of a bunch of sidings and only kept one.
Right.
And that's, they just kept the sign.
There you go. So one of the other places I thought of is between Oberlin Station. If you've played Survival, you run down from Oberlin Station down this way along the coast and to go to Hangman's Alley, which is right here. And right across from Cambridge Polymer, somewhere like, let's see, can we, oh shit, wrong button again, damn it. Yeah, wrong button, there we go. Nope, now I'm at this log. Shit. Cambridge Polymer. Well, we're gonna zip over there and I'll show you. But it's right on the river, and there's a shack, or a lean-to, or whatever you want to call it, somewhere in here, somewhere right in this area, and there's a boat out in the middle of the river. And I thought it'd be really cool to have one on the river somewhere, either on that side or the other place I really thought was kind of cool was where the locks are at, which is down here someplace, I think. Where are the locks? I don't remember now. Can you see them on the map? I don't know. So, but where the railroad tracks come down south from Oberlin Station is a spot. Gary, how you doing?
Hey, Gary.
Good to see you. Fort Knox has a couple of rip tracks. Oh.
Yeah, most posts that existed in this country prior to World War II had a rail line going into them, and then they had several sidings because you had different garrison areas for different major divisions, and like Fort Benning being a training installation, you had one area set aside for the basic trainees. There were no train tracks over on that side of post. And the whole idea was you didn't want to give raw recruits any landmarks to figure out how to get the fuck out of there. Because drill sergeants can't watch you 24/7, no matter how much they tell you otherwise.
I'm running low on 5.56 ammo. I might have to change weapons here. Yeah, if this wasn't a quest area, this would be awesome. But unfortunately, it is a quest area, so...
Is it a quest area?
Yeah, but...
Which quest brings you here?
Yeah, I think this is the right spot. Don't you go down here and there's... you go downstairs, and when you're doing... what's a effacer? You go through the tunnel here, and yeah, right here. When you're looking for what's his face, there's his cigar is sitting right there.
Oh yeah.
So,
I didn't realize this is where we were.
Yep. So, and then Vault 88's over there. So, a lot of heavy traffic through here, but there's a spot further south that I don't think there's really anything there. So that's where I was heading. I don't remember the exact area. I just remember it's down by. So it would be. I don't know if it would screw things up or not. No, you can't. That's out of bounds. That's what I'm saying. You can go as far as the boat, and then you can't go that way. Thing shows up. Usually there's Deathclaw down here, but yeah, I'm gonna have to grab a different gun. Let's see, what do I got ammo in until I pick up some 5.56. Let's see what we got here. I could use the kiloton. That uses 45.
If you're low on ammo, you probably want to use. You have a 10 mil with you. You usually have a lot of that ammo.
Yeah, I can go sell it. What's the Vatson have?
Oh wait, you have over 400.
What?
I could have sworn that just said you had over 400 ammo for that 5.56.
Yeah, but I go through it like crazy, so.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's 80 round magazine, so you know 400. It's and I haven't been looking for ammo. So.
You're going the wrong way if you're trying to get to the locks.
No, I'm not trying to get to the locks. I'm trying to find this location that's I wanted to show. Let's see, am I here?
So, Gary, you've got to explain this to me because I'm old and feeble. What's a glass dip pen?
What? Yeah, we can. I don't have to go. I wasn't. I was looking for the train yard right now, and then I was going to cross the river and come back up. Is what I was thinking. So, oh crap! That's right. I was going to show you the one down by along the river across from. Anyway, all right. So, and you get sent here, or you cut through here. So this would not be a good spot. I don't think, but we're getting close. I think. Here it is. This area right here where the yard splits off. So we're right by... What are we by? Let's see. Look at the map. Mass Pike. There's nothing else here?
Oh, okay. Okay, Gary. I get it.
Ah, okay. Oh, that does sound cool. So this spot right here, I was kind of hoping you were following along in the CK. There's track splits off. As far as I know, once you get past Mass Pike, there is nothing out here. I mean, this is like a dead zone. And so you could actually build an army base out here on one of these spurs, and like between them. And actually, you know, because there's a mod for building railroad tracks. So you could actually build a base, and then depending on what you were doing, there's nothing out here as far as I know. I mean,
yeah, it's if I'm not mistaken, this lake basically heads into the glowing sea.
well, down there is Gunner Plaza. The thing that it's picking up is I can never think of the name of the damn settlement. But if you built between these two, I mean, here's water for you for your plant, you know, for your facilities, and then the other track is way over here somewhere. So it goes into town, I think. So, so you could have a pretty good sizable little base here, you know, and here's a road, so you could have this as an... Oh, I just got shot by something. Oh, we got a bunch of these guys running around.
Serves you right for getting too close to Ada.
Not anywhere near Ada.
That's not what they said.
Yeah, apparently. No, I won't, dear. Where the hell is she? There she is.
All the blood.
I thought the dam might have a real potential for being a shipyard type of thing on the river. Let's see what we got here. I don't want that. I want his ammo. Man, hurry
Well,
him
pick up the rifle and then drop it again.
Too much trouble.
For the 5 rounds I'm gonna get, forget
Yeah,
it.
it's just not worth it, you know. Besides that, I'm not using a 44. I'm using, or 45. I'm using a using 5.56. So, There we go. See, he had some. What do you got? Shotgun shells. More for yeah. We might be changing over to 45. Well, that truck's gonna blow. So, oh, this is the backside of
blow
the.
and there's a Brahmin loaded with goods near it.
Yep. So, anyway, so I thought this would be an excellent. God, I wish it wasn't dark. I thought this would be an excellent place for a an army base with railroad tracks. One of the few that this actually occurs in the game, believe it or not. Just wanted to play a game. Oh, awesome! Yeah, I know you picked up Sea of Thieves, and of course my gaming PC blew up over Christmas, so I have to order the new one. I'm not sure what all the reds are there.
Speaking of Sea of Thieves, my wife is thinking about. She was sent an ad from Microsoft to get a month of unlimited Game Pass for $1.
Yep.
She said, you know, maybe I'll do that, and we can play Sea of Thieves together. So now she just has to pull the trigger.
Just do it for her. That way she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to strain herself. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't know what you think about this area, Russ. But like I said, there ain't nothing out here that I'm aware of. The nearest settlement is way over there. The gunners are, are down that way. So I thought this would be a pretty good area with railroad tracks. So, because this is where I'm actually going to drop a workbench, and I am going to build a train depot settlement thingy here. So maybe I'll just make it a military base once we get, start getting some mod stuff put together. Hopefully you'll include me in your work in that endeavor. It's a glowing rags tag. So yeah, my settlement's over there. Yeah, this would work out really well. The marina's down here. What? No, it's not. Yes, it is. Damn it. Okay. Poop. So, well, this is full of muties. I don't want to go over there. Not respond. Okay. Then we'll take the low road. Okay. Ooh, there's a big bat stuck out there in the mud. Crash vertibird. Yep. Okay. So. TurboGrafx 16? What? Oh, okay. Well, let me go. I guess I should save the game. Well, I just do a quick save. Then we're going to head back over to where the locks are at. So. Hey, Mark, I got a question for you too, Gary. I've been talking to, viewers and stuff, and because I'm going to be ordering some parts. My Asus blew up, but the 1080 card should still be good, and the hard drives are good, and a few other bits and pieces. So I'm thinking about just buying the parts and putting together. I don't need a case. I've got 3 of cases here. So putting it together, and I was going to go with an i5 on a, what is it, megabyte, whatever it is, gigabyte board. It's a Z3900 or 3390 or something like that. Or 930, whatever it is, and an i5. It's a 9700K, and So anyway, and then they were talking about AMD Ryzen boards, whatever. And I've never been a big fan of AMD because I've always had questionable issues with it. So anyway, I wanted to get your input, and it's very hard to get a hold of you, I know. Embrace the suck and move on. Okay.
That pretty much describes my military career in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's the one I'm getting is besides having a few other extra doodads on it, it also has built-in Wi-Fi. So that's why I decided to spend up and get the Wi-Fi board. And I hate having all the cables running around. But anyway, I got to take my break, and so I want to get your feedback. I don't know if you've had much luck with AMD Ryzen 7s. If Doug is still here someplace, and Russ is still here. They both use AMD. I don't know squat about AMD. I gave up on them a long time ago after having, motherboards smoke on a regular basis. So,
I'm pretty sure my video card's an AMD as well.
yeah, okay. Well, one is cost. It's a if you have a better recommendation, I would love to hear it. But what they're charging for the new i9s, I think, is outrageous. And the software that's out right now, nobody uses that stuff anyway. So, okay, well, we'll have to talk about it when I come back. So, or we can DM, in Discord later. Whatever. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm as lame as they come. I bought a PC that was decent enough for my gaming fix, and I haven't even thought about updating the video card. I probably should. And let's see if I can remember how to look up my system stats. Well, Mark, unfortunately, back then is not now. And there was a time when Pentium was the fastest thing in the PC. '64 core. So, I don't suppose you're just planning on light video editing with that. Yeah, Russ. When I I was in school, we chiseled our homework into slate every night. Welcome back, Di.
Thank you.
Did Russ just say he's got an OnlyFans? I don't want that access.
I don't know. I personally think the water-cooled stuff, you're just asking for problems. If you've got cooler coming out in the bottom and hot air going out the top, it should keep the thing cool. You know, it's just... Anyway. Thank you, Gary.
No, on some extreme high-end machines, I get it.
Right. I do too.
Because you can squeeze that little bit extra performance out by keeping it cooler. I don't think any of us has a machine that high-end.
Right. I'm not trying to build a killer machine. I got a bunch of parts from the Asus that I want to use. So my point is, and you said, now here was the thing, Mark, you brought up i7s. Well, in the same series that fits on this motherboard, which is a Gigabyte motherboard, I said it's the Z390, I believe it's called, it'll take an i7 or i5, take an i3, as long as it's in the 300 series. It has to be the new chipset. That's what's on board, which is why I went with that motherboard rather than a couple of others that are not supporting the new chipsets. So, which is, you know, better graphics, better throughput, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, the new Intel chipsets, the 300 series. So that's why I went with that. So you have to go up with a upgraded 8 or 9 series chip. the i5 and the i7 in the same series, there's a $100 difference between the two, and the only difference I could find, because they're clocked at the same speed, everything else reads about the same, is it's 6 cores versus 8 cores. So you get 2 extra cores, and it's $100 more. You can still buy motherboards for under $100, but most of them don't do squat. You know, if you're just throwing together an i3 or an i5, oh, Tony is online. How about that? That's all fine and dandy. And it works just fine. But if you want something that to do any kind of serious gaming, you know, and they all start clocking out at 3.5 or something like that, and they can turbo to 4.2 roughly. So that's kind of the way I looked at it. You know, for $100, you're getting 2 more cores and no other apparent improvement in performance. You don't think an i5 isn't enough, huh?
Well, I'm not familiar with the crossover between AMD and Intel, so
Neither am
I don't know. I have a Ryzen 5 at 3.6 gigahertz, and I have no CPU issues. The biggest problem I have is when I'm streaming. If I'm streaming a game that has heavy interaction online, like World of Tanks, I'll get some buffering problems, but that's my internet, not my CPU.
I gotta go find the locks now. So the i9s are $500, $400 or $500, and there's very little support for the i9 series, as a matter of fact, right now. So it's too new. The board that I'm buying will accept an i9, but the chipset alone is I'm not kidding. The chip, I think the i9 was $490 or something.
Mark, you're definitely in a speed category well above me. But like I said, I don't, with what I'm playing, I don't see a CPU problem. I end up with internet problems, and I'm just not willing to pay my ISP's rates for bumping up into the next category. Hey, Maltetis.
Hey, Malt. Yeah, I know what they're running, but because they have to have the latest and greatest, is my point. Okay, I'm going to have to price it out again. Like I said, I could go with the Ryzen system, the AMD, which would save me money because it's a hell of a lot cheaper than, and I mean substantially cheaper than Intel. Even the boards are. So, the motherboards are cheaper. So,
I mean, I was literally just sitting here thinking maybe I should grab my what do you call it? The book they give you when you buy the computer.
They give you a book?
Yeah, the book that tells you everything about your system.
Oh, okay.
And see if I can, what room I have for upgrading my CPU. I know I can upgrade the video card, but.
Well, what are you running for a video card? Here's the locks. Okay.
I'm Radeon 580, so it's not even mid-range by today's standards, but it's more than enough for the games I'm playing because they're all, 5-10 years old.
Yeah.
Like Fallout 4.
Right. Well, Mark, you're absolutely correct. And the point that I was trying to make earlier today, before I started streaming, is that Here's the locks, and this is why, because it's too close to, I don't think it would be a cool spot to build up a thing, because you'd have to have a transfer point between going upriver and downriver. So, anyway.
Something just went kaboom downriver.
Yep. That's a vertibird. Getting smoked, as usual. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Because the gaming computer does one part, and my laptop handles the rest. I don't know how much longer this laptop's going to stay running. Is the other issue. So, but anyway, I will check out AMD. The reason why I was going with the i5 is because it was comparable. The chip that was in the Asus was an i7 6700 series, and I looked it up, and it was dated when it was used. So, and the machine though was clocked at 3.4, I think, and then can turbo up to 4. And the new one I'm looking at is an i5. It's a Series 9 chip. Okay, so it's the new chipsets, and can clock up to 4.5 and starts at 3.8. So with the same number of cores, it's the Intel i5 is a 6-core processor, and the Intel 7 is an 8-core processor. And then, of course, when you get into the Intel 9 series, a whole new ball of wax. And I just don't have any. I don't want to. I just bought a $1,500 PC, guys, to get back online. So it kind of tells you where I'm at, and I've got all these components. I would just like to put them to use, and that way I'll have a backup unit in case either one of my PCs fail, whether it's my laptop or the gaming PC. I'll at least have something. So I'm not sure building here. It would be cool, though, if you could build on either side of the lock here and put your base on top of the lock. This would be an awesome place for an Army-Navy base. You'd have ground troop support, naval support on the river, both sides. Yeah, the problem is I don't know if the 67 i7 is any good. I have no way to test the CPU. The Asus just up and stopped. So I need daylight. Let me go find a place to sleep here. I think there's a bed here somewhere. I might as well take the ammo. Ah, here we go. Well, the headquarters would be at the castle. For the Minuteman in Boston, the headquarters is the castle. By the default of the game, these would be ancillary outposts. So, that's why we're right by the water treatment plant. That's why that sucker blew up. That's a reoccurring theme here.
Oh yeah, they'll swoop in here every now and then and take on the super mutants.
Yep. There's no way for me to tell. The power supply in the Asus, you'd have to go look it up, but it's a brick that sits on the floor. I tested it. It had output, although whether it had sufficient current. But the problem was the Asus would not even start. So, which tells me either the power converter on the motherboard blew, or the only thing I know that will stop your CPU, stop the computer from even lighting up, is the power supply transferring, depending on how they do it. And if your CPU is dead.
You know, if your CPU is dead, the board will still post and then give you the beeps to tell you that it's the CPU is not.
It should. You're absolutely right. It should. But I'm not that familiar with the newer technology, and some of them may actually have built-in protection to keep that from happening. I don't know. The i7 4790, 32 gigabyte RAM, and 10. Yeah, well, you know, I understand, Malt. My Asus had 16 gig of RAM in it and 8 gig on the 1080 card. I couldn't tell you how much of the 1080 card it was using, but I tell you what, I never used, no matter what I was running on that computer, it rarely used more than 8 gigabyte of RAM. It didn't matter what I ran. I ran editing software and all kinds of crap, and it'd be right around 8 gigabytes. So, well, that's what I'm saying. The new Intel i5 9700K blows the old Intel chip out of the water. I mean, according to the numbers. I mean, it just smokes it. Same number of cores, but it's literally twice as fast. It's got more cache. It's got it's better graphics support. I mean, it's the co-processing is just blows it away. So. And that's what I looked at first. I went and looked at the old chip. That's why I was trying to get the damn computer apart so I could get the CPU out of it to take a look at it. And, man, what a pain in the... I should have videotaped me being frustrated for 3 fucking days. I almost took an axe to it. I'm not kidding. Holy fuck, I was pissed. Oh. So this, I think, would... You know what? This would be an awesome base. Because you can get inside. This has an interior cell through here.
Yeah, it's got an interior cell.
Operations,
You've got lots of room on the outside. You've got the stairs to go up and down the interior lock space.
So, yeah, so here's the operations shack, and this could always be redone to make it bigger. Or even add a second one. Do what?
And that's got the second interior cell below it.
No, it doesn't. Does it?
Yes, it does. In the back corner there.
Oh, I never even knew that was there. Reactor level. See, I learned something new today. The inside has triggers?
Where you're standing when you first go in there,
Yeah.
that resets.
I don't know what that is.
So things, Adama Seguin built in the lower level, in the reactor level.
Yeah.
But in the upper level, the cell resets. So things that you build be gone when you come back if the cell is reset.
Yeah.
This room, doesn't matter what you do in it, it will always have radiation.
Well, in the CK kit, you can actually get rid of it. So.
He said you can't.
Oh, okay.
He said he tried to get rid of it. He said.
Yeah, there is a quest here.
Doing.
Radio quest. Oh, so there is a quest out here, Radiant quest.
But he did build down here, and I think he said he pulled the nuclear generators out and put some nuclear waste barrels in there, but I don't remember exactly, so don't quote me on that.
Ah, okay. I did not know the cell was here. That's a cool console setup. So anyway, well, that kind of squirrels this deal, doesn't it? Yeah, see what you're saying, Russ. See what you're saying. That's a pisser. This would be an awesome place to build.
If you're looking for some place to use as a secondary base, really the logical choice is fortifying Sanctuary, because it's as far from the castle as you can get, and as a secondary base, it would basically be covering, if you'd have half the Commonwealth covered by Sanctuary, half by the castle.
Yeah, but the problem with that is everybody starts in Sanctuary, and it's kind of a boring spot, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's out of the way because there's nothing to do up there. After you get done with the first couple of quests, you're done up there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a mod that turns the quarry into several mods actually that turns the quarry up there into a settlement, which is really cool. That even that's kind of like, well, from a military standpoint, you would never build there. So we're going to take the railroad tracks north now and see if I don't think there's any other place up going north, from what I can remember. Like I said, I have done this for the last 5 years. I have been looking for places. Oh no, I know what I was going to do. I wanted to show you this place on the river. Because this just loops around. If you follow from the dam, it just goes up and goes around. And then, so if you cut through over here, this came out pretty good too, I think. It needs more work, but I thought it came out looking pretty good. So, I never finish a build. I always build and then come back, and then go back to it and come back and stuff like that. So, then we're going to have to run over.
Oh, even if you feel like you're finished, you coming back, you suddenly say, oh, well, this would look good here too. Because you see something you didn't the first time.
Right.
Poor slob taking a nap in a sleeping bag, have a tree fall on him.
Yeah, that'd be a real pisser. That's somebody who was truly having a bad day. Oh, no doubt about it. So the other place I was thinking is along. Let's see, I got to find the boat. It's out here somewhere. There it is. And besides the boat, I mean, so long as you don't have, because I know there's something that goes on the over there by CIT somewhere in the game on the road or near the road, but this side I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah, I think you're far enough away from the where the ghouls spawn over there.
Yeah, so, if you were to build, kind of have it back, because there's always gunfights over there, so you want to just end it by where these rocks are, basically, so you don't cross over into the other cell. But this would put you on the river, right here. And, I think that's just pond scum there.
Russ, I can honestly say I have never contemplated glowing sea locations. That doesn't mean I don't think they couldn't be cool, but I can't think of a reason why anybody would realistically try and build there.
Quite right. So anyway, if you could, because the rivers, you wouldn't get a tug up here, but the red boats or the fishing boat or the white boat, obviously more than adequate for water. So, oh, my gun is acting weird again. Shit. Let's see if we can get this fixed. There we go. Did that fix it? No. Yeah. Nope, it's screwed up again. I don't know why it does that.
Maybe change guns?
I could do that. There we go. I'll keep that gun handy. So, and you can't get too close to here. I know that because that's the Riptide. So, yeah, I don't know about this week, Julie. I don't know if everybody can stand 3 days of Fallout 4. So, but Multitus was talking about 32 gigabytes of RAM, and I can't see any reason, unless you're doing a lot of editing, graphic editing, 3D modeling and stuff like that, would you need 32 gig of RAM. For streaming and gaming, like I said, I've never had anything use more than 8 gigabytes of RAM, ever. So, that's what pisses me off about my Asus blowing, because it would rarely even... I'm not kidding. I mean, I was playing games at Ultra. And
Take care, not my nephew.
I'm going to look at the i7 again. I just can't cost justify $100 for 2 cores. The i5 would work. But it'd be nice to have the i7. More and more games to get the max performance are speccing i7s.
What about that area between Sunshine Tidings and Abernathy?
Sunshine Tidings and Abernathy.
There's a
Yeah,
dead space in the map there.
we'll go look at it. So anyway, so I thought this had potential right here. As a especially if you could make it so that it basically you had a water checkpoint here at the Narrows. So you'd have gunboats and small army presence up on the shore to secure your back and so forth. Oh God, yeah. I mean, I love building in Far Harbor. And people hate it because it's always rainy and overcast and stuff. And I said, yeah, but it's so cool. And I find a lot of places here. I'm not kidding. I could do... I can't do it on this, but on my PC, basically, I was not playing the game. I had mods that basically unlocked everything, including all the settlements and all the quest shit. And so... I was having a blast just dropping workbenches and trying shit, and I love working with the interior cells, and Russ was helping me learn the creation kit. So you're talking, let's go to the map, and you want to talk about between Sunshine Tidings and where?
Abernathy.
So, well, we got the big lake here. There's a lot of activity around here, but let's go take a look. You don't want to get too far up here. So, let's see. We have Walden Pond.
Well, on the west side of Walden Pond is where the Walden Pond... That's the east side of Walden Pond. So there's nothing on the west side of Walden Pond.
Well,
or the lake, or whatever it is.
There's something that goes on. I've been around here. I know if there's a spawn point down here on the bridge, but you're right. I don't know if anything... I've walked around this lake many times, and I don't recall there being anything there. Well, that's one of the reasons I've been playing with mods, and
Exactly, Hawk. Anywhere there's a dead space on the map has a high probability of usability for putting a new settlement in.
Gary, I understand what you're saying, and I'm not arguing your point. I actually qualified my statement by saying if you're doing a lot of editing, especially if you're doing any 3D modeling and stuff, the more RAM, the better. I mean, if you get 64, you know. So that's what I'm saying. I wasn't doing video editing. I did it on my laptop, and every once in a while it'd creep up up to about 12 gigabytes, but I never ran out of RAM space. So, anyway, so here we are at Sunshine. So we were looking at the map, and if you go down the road here, so here's the lake. See, what would you do? Why would you put an army base out here? I don't think there's actually, you're right, I don't think there's anything out here. Town by the hospital. There's about 8 hospitals in this game. You have to be a little bit more specific. But other than some, I'm not. This thing is like a big hole in the ground, and I'm not sure. You know, unless you were building on the bridge or something, or near the bridge, going around this way, I'm not sure there's really anything that would be.
You know, I've been thinking since somebody mentioned Far Harbor. The castle being headquarters in the Commonwealth, Far Harbor needs a Minuteman presence.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So does Nuka
You
World.
don't need a second. Yeah, you don't need a headquarters here. You need one there.
X markers for random spawns. Yeah, there is a bunch of random spawns on this side of the lake. Every time I come down here. You got this little creek area that kind of runs off, and then I get all kinds of stuff that shows up down here.
Okay, so that's a no-go.
No, it doesn't. No, because you can take out random spawns. It doesn't.
Yeah, but taking out random spawns reduces the number of random encounters.
Well, no, you can, depending on how you set it up, you can just move them outside. You know. Parking lot on the north side. Okay. Isn't that where the campsite is up here? The spot is what you're talking about? Yeah, crap. Now what just showed up? Mole rats. Come on, I'm getting irradiated standing here. Is this the parking lot you're talking about? Oh, okay. So you have some random spawns in your settlement. You have them in Sanctuary all the time. Almost every settlement you have has random spawns things going on. So either inside or just outside the I thought this was the one of the campsite thingies here. I guess not. Where's the road? There's a parking lot with no road? That makes no sense. There's a house. What's here? There's some kind of building.
That looks like the roof from one of the House of Tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying, Russ. Okay.
Hover cars. Yeah, like Sanctuary's got spawn points, but once you clear Sanctuary and make it a settlement, it no longer spawns anything there.
Well, all I can tell you is Lava did a great job at University Point, and it seems to work. Everything seems to work just fine. So, including the mutants that randomly spawn there. So. Or just outside, or walk down the road. It doesn't seem.
Well, attack spawn points are different than random spawn points.
Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know the distinction. What I'm saying. I don't know. Okay. I'm just kind of wandering back and forth there to see what's actually out here, and not sure how far we can go. Is this another building over here? Yeah.
Where are you map-wise?
Just
are
the
you
other.
at the western edge of the map, or are you just
Yeah,
poking around?
yeah, no, I'm kind of. Oh shit! Then we got something else buzzing around in my ear. Point blank range, I can't hit it, huh? Yeah, figures. All right. Show you in a sec. Okay, we are. Yeah, see how close we are to the west side of the map. Oh, there's the ranger cabin. Okay. So I actually walked up past Wicked from here. The other place I thought would be a cool spot is up this way in this dead area right up here. And there's also this little stretch here that there ain't much going on. But again, you know, there has to be some justification, and then there has to be a road. Otherwise, an army base would not make any sense out in the wilderness. That's why Russ and I were talking about the other side, across the street from the robotics disposal grounds. Had some potential. It'd be a roadside checkpoint type of place. Oh, okay. In the left corner of the map, right. You're talking about this the north corner up here?
Up behind Vault 111.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just empty space, and it's there for, you know, it's fine. But we have to look at it from militarily, from a strategic concept, and we're playing a game Fallout that's post-war, so you would, in the game, you're going to be, the factions are Minuteman, Brotherhood of Steel. Yes, you have the Railroad, but they have no military or strategic value. Same with the Institute. So I guess you could make an Institute military with a bunch of synths. I guess, I don't know. It doesn't seem terribly likely, but since they're bottom dwellers, so. So the only two, and then you have Gunners, which is not part of the game faction. So the mod is so you can build it any way you want, but realistically, you know.
Well, Dalton, I think what Di is saying is, in the sense that our military bases have easy access because we need to be able to move personnel and equipment in and out easily. This isn't the idea that we're making a base as a strong point.
Right, these are basically supportive. If the castle is the Minuteman headquarters, you have the airport is the Brotherhood of Steel. Okay. And then, depending on what faction you go with at the end of the game, unless you go for even in the peaceful one, it's the Minutemen who take over all the checkpoints in the game. So, but somehow Minutemen have to get around. So, obviously, water, being that there's lots of water, makes sense that you would have a Minuteman Navy. And if you play the game to its logical conclusion and you prefer the peaceful ending, or whatever you want to call it, you're going to have the Minutemen as the supreme rulers of the Commonwealth, or you know, because they're the only ones that really want to see the you know, that the what am I trying to look for? Anyway, the Minutemen are, to me, the way to go. So that's kind of how we're trying to look at the... Unless, Russ, you've got a different plan, then I don't mean to speak for you, so... and Gary, we were already actually up that way. We went all the way from... we were all the way down at Warwick and basically went up the coast all the way to... where you jump off for Far Harbor. And we found a couple of sites I think have very high potential. One is by Salem, but the one I really wanted by Salem is actually might be part of the quest area, and you don't really want to be screwing with that for... Now, the other thing, too, is a lot of the stuff you're going to add after the game, you know, so...
Yeah, if you're talking about where to bring survivors together and create a place to defend, Spectacle's where it's at, because nobody can get to you without plenty of notice that they're coming.
Right. You know, and we're all very familiar with this area here. So, anyway, my point was to look for areas along the rivers in the coastal areas for the Minuteman Navy. And when Russ was talking about also incorporating Army, Mr. E, how you doing? I was really looking forward to that. So, I'm just saying, you know, in Russ, this is all new, you know, so we came up with the, I've been working on this Minuteman Navy thing for a very long time in my head, and I've tried to learn the creation kit in the past, and I haven't done well, and Rob has been a big help, and so, and the other thing too is that with an army base, you would normally have trains, or some kind of, you know, to be able to move things, so there's only like 2 main train lines that run north and south, and there's not a lot of options for where you can build. There's one between, like I said, if you play survival.
Take care, Gary.
Gary, you leaving us already? Okay, what? Gary, come on, seriously? Dang. You betcha. So the other one is the other railroad track, and if you take it north, which takes you up towards, or come down south from Ten Pines, there's a nice little section. It's actually just north of the junkyard, over north of Grey Garden, which I think might have potential also. But like Russ says, there's one of the... Why is there somebody just standing there? That is so weird. No, it's a caravan guard. I guess there's a caravan around somewhere. So we're going to head back over to... well, there's the caravan. Back over to Oberland. And, well, actually, we can go this way, I guess. Let me think. Where do I want to go, guys? If I head, south out of the, let's go over to, the drive-in. Oh, okay, Gary, I didn't know you were working. I apologize. You take care, and if I don't speak to you, have a great New Year. I'm sure I'll see you. Unfortunately, I will not be seeing you on the Sea of Thieves until I get a new computer. No. So you have the one, I think it's the one out of, going north out of Oberlin, though, isn't it? Shit. I forget. Okay, so, let's see here. Let's see, we got this one over here. So you come out of the drive-in, and there's the railroad tracks here somewhere. There they are. that's this one going this way. And oh, it is the same one. Okay, yeah, you go through Grey Garden. Here's the junkyard. There's a spot right in here I thought might have potential with the railroad tracks and stuff. So we're going to go over to the drive-in, and then we'll head south from there down the railroad tracks and see if I got my head up my ass as usual or what, you know.
All right, I gotta go check on the grandson.
Okay. See you when you get back. Rick, there you are. My Asus puked over the weekend. It was either Friday. I'm pretty sure it was Saturday though. And I gotta see if I got any ammo over here, stashed away since I'm here. Good to see you, Rick. By the way, did you have a good Christmas? I was hoping to get a hold of you over the weekend, but that didn't work out. So it's all good. So anyway, I ordered a new computer. And we've been talking computers ever since, and you know, so I got the parts from. I ordered a new computer. It's a Dell G5, and so plus I want to drop off my any junk I'm carrying, any. So that does 202 damage, and this is a VATS enhanced. So I'm going to get rid of that one. Keep that one. Good there. Oh shit. Hold on guys. It's my sister. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. I tested the output of the power supply, and it's a weird power supply. It sits on the floor. It's a big brick, and it's 20 volt outs, and I'm at the drive-in right now. So the power supply appeared to be working, and what happened is I was in Fallout 4. And I paused the game. You know, when you go to the save menu, it pauses the game. And I went out, whatever, have a smoke or whatever I did for a few minutes. And I came back in, and the thing was just screaming like a banshee. And it's like all the fans were running at 120% or something. So, and the power, nothing works. It was all locked up. So I had to kill the power to the unit. And it wasn't hot or anything. I put my hand over it just to see if it had overheated or something. Not that I could tell. And anyway, so I shut it down. I don't know if I did it that day or maybe it might have been the next day. I think it was later that day. I brought it back up, and no, it was dead as a doornail. Oh yeah, he's thinking there is nothing out in Murkwater. Okay, Julie, well, you take care. Oh, I was going to check for some ammo in the workshop. Let's see. There's no ammo here. Well, how about that? Okay. So, anyway, so I ordered a new Dell G5. It's got an i7 processor and a 1660 video card. 16 gig of RAM, Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. So, basically a updated replacement for the Asus. And won't be here until after the first of the year. There's nothing I can do about it. So, I was looking at, because I have all the parts from the Asus, assuming that the drives are good, and I can't use the memory, but the drives are good probably. And okay, here's the railroad track. So down we go. So I was looking at building another PC. I don't know how long this laptop is going to last, and I can't afford to spend another $1,500 to $2,000 on another. This laptop was $1,800. It wasn't freaking cheap, and it is a gaming laptop. So anyway.
Well, instead of doing that, your gaming PC was okay. Why don't you look into...
No, my gaming PC is what blew up.
Right.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is you're replacing that already.
Yes.
But now you're talking about needing to replace the laptop.
Right.
Why don't you look into what it would cost you to repair the gaming PC? Because that's going to be cheaper, and it was already okay to do the things you wanted to with it, so that you could replace the laptop with that being brought back into life.
The gaming PC was an Asus heavily modified, all proprietary. Okay, and I've already gutted it. It's already completely disassembled and getting ready to throw in the junk pile. So
okay.
So what I'm doing basically is taking the good parts from the Asus. I'm going to assume that the CPU blew. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going with. Or the motherboard blew. The motherboard replacement was $180. So if I'm going to spend that kind of money on and I can't find a new one. They're all open box or used or whatever, and I'm not spending that kind of money on. Cheapest one I found was $100. So my point was yeah. So basically, I'm going to build another gaming computer out of the parts that were left over from the Asus. So so that in case my laptop blows, that I can at least have something to plug in its place.
Right.
So yeah.
So you're basically already thinking exactly what I'm thinking. I'm just getting there slower.
Yeah. I guess. Anyway.
You could have just told me you already thought of that, moron.
No, I don't talk that way. So, moron. So, but how many times do I have to kill this guy? Jesus. What are you doing, hanging around a grave, deadbeat?
You only gotta kill him once to get him pissed off. I'll tell you that much.
So, and then we got landmines down here. But anyway, so this railroad track, as you can see, there is nothing out here. I mean, this is like Deadsville. And it is conceivable that you could, between there and here, actually put in like a siding and run it through a army base type of thing. I don't know how feasible that is. I wanted to try it with, Build Anywhere mod.
Mm-hmm.
And, but like I said, I don't think there's anything out here. I mean, besides that, over there. And of course, Russ, you would need to confirm this. Oh yeah, it's ridiculous, but that's okay. Actually, a 1911 is pretty good sized gun. So is the Glock Model 45, I think, or something, or 47, or whatever the hell it is.
Oh yeah, the big frame 45 cal.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean,
those things are huge.
It actually looks goofy. It's sort of cartoonish. I mean, it's a two-handed gun. I can't use the damn thing one-handed. So, it's for somebody who's got like. Not again. Damn. Okay. Thank you, Doug. And then after here, you're right down into Grey Garden, and then you got the Quest House over here, and all that happy horse shit. And you can't really build downhill, obviously, unless you've got Build Anywhere or Place Anywhere, and you want to start building everything on a hill and tilting and all that other good crap. So that's, Russ, is what I was thinking is about this area I guess this would be just north of the junkyard there, kind of in this area. So you could kind of you got this one little flat spot here by the cemetery. So you'd build on this side, I think, and then I don't know. You could incorporate the railroad tracks into the base and build in a. There's a guy who's got a mod out there for an F-type train, by the way. You'll see it in. I don't know if I reviewed it, but it's pretty cool. It replaces the trains in Fallout with a real train, not that joke. So yeah, so this was the other spot that I was thinking, at least on the train tracks. Now we've gone up and down the train tracks, guys. You know, so if you've got another spot, now up by 10 points there's another spot, but then there's a quest area up there too. So I don't know. So yeah, but let me go. You're right. Let me go take my break, and I guess we'll just do a quick save. And I know I'm doing a lot of running around at night. It's because, well, there ain't nobody. Brigades at a checkpoint? Yeah. Or you could run a spur up, is what I'm saying. You could run a spur up, and then there is a road. I believe it's right over there. We'll find out when I come back. How's that sound? Oh, okay. Cool. He actually used a model that is apparently open source or something, and he, you know, so if nothing else, we could use the train NIF and, you know, come up with our own Minuteman Railroad, you know, type of thing, you know, which would be kind of cool. With the right decorations, you can make it, you know, for gunners or for raiders or, you know, whatever. So and that's the other part. That's why we need input from you folks. Is what would you like to see? I mean, the Minuteman Navy is kind of my baby, but if you got something you want to add, my God, you absolutely speak up. And as far as the Army thing goes, that's just getting a start. Oh, it's just an object file? Okay. You don't have the skins? Gotcha. Alright, back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Hello? Well, that's why I wanted to get into modding, because I'm not finding the mods that do what I want them to do. So I thought for sure by now there would be some more specific mods, and it's just not there. So thank you guys. By the way, I did look at a Ryza board. It was the equivalent to the Intel board I'm looking at, which is the Gigabyte, and they make a comparable board. It's called a Ryza 390 board or something. Same board, same idea. It's $10 more and doesn't have as many features as the Gigabyte board. So that was I don't know what happened to Russ or Rob. Rob, did you have to leave us?
Sorry.
Oh, you
accidentally muted.
Good, it wasn't me. I thought maybe something happened in my Discord again.
No, I muted so I could shift a table in the room without it, because I didn't know if it was going to make that dragging sound.
Yeah.
And came back, I'm sitting here saying, oh, I'm having a conversation with myself, and apparently your answers were at least close to making sense to me.
Yeah, so I didn't look at the chips because I didn't really know what I was looking at for the chip sets. You know, it comes with a chip. I mean, you can buy it with a chip, but I don't really know anything about AMD specifically. And the fact that across the board it was more expensive, I'm kind of going like, well, So, but I didn't pay a lot of attention. Anyway, so here's the road. So that was my point, is that you could conceivably build a base, military base, in this area right here and have access to the road and to a train line.
Yes, I know, Kira. It is wonderful being a dog. I know.
So, anyway, so that was my thought about this specific area. So, I'm not sure where you'd have to build at. That's why I was going to drop a workbench out here. And try it. See, we even got water. So, God, there's one problem with doing without mods and stuff. I can't just make it daylight, So, I gotta go find a place to sleep here. Is there there is no place around here to sleep, is there? Is that maybe in the train car? Oh yeah, there is. I think it's over here. Or is this just a chair?
As long as it's a chair, you can wait in a chair.
Yeah. Oh, I thought there was a chair up here. Apparently not. Shoot. Okay. So, anyway, like I said, I happen to be a big Intel fan, and if you have worked with program developers and hardware developers like I have, now grant you this was, 40 years ago, and I'm sure it's changed to some degree, but everybody I know, new in the industry, they all start with Intel, and then because that's the driving force, is the Intel chipset. Everybody uses them. I mean, it's an industry-wide standard. So that's what everybody writes to. Even AMD uses Intel chipsets. So, dang. So I guess there is no place to sleep here or anything else. Son of a gun. The Nuka World Red Rocket. What? I haven't even been to Nuka World yet. Oh, well, maybe I have.
I think this playthrough you were at Nuka World.
Yeah, it might have been. And there's no place here to, well, the Red Rocket will just have to make it on its own. Shit. Okay. There is no place to sleep or sit or anything. I wonder, let's see, if you were to build somewhere near here, put a base in. Let's see, how could you do this? Does this sewer go anywhere? No, it's just a dead sewer. Ooh. That might be an access point for a subterranean facility, because we have a road here. And we do have the railroad crossing. This might have some potential.
Could be a Minuteman listening post.
Yeah. So this could work. This could work maybe. This I know has there's actually a quest here to meet the doctor at this building.
I am super mutant.
Oh, today we have mutants here.
Meet the doctor at this building. What's it? Which doctor?
Yeah, the witch doctor's right. This guy have a minigun or something? Nope. Yep, too late to retreat, guy. So, this is a spawn point. So, you'd have to take this into consideration, I guess. Here's a bad.
Well, remember, if it's just an entry point in that sewer,
yeah,
you're not going to be close enough to the random spawn point here to make it an issue.
That's true. That's true. That's why I wanted to get some daylight here. We're going to take another... Oh, now we got these guys. Dang. You people. Okay, it was naked to begin with.
What was he doing with those super mutants?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. It's one of those weird spawn thingies. Not sure why that's red, but anyway, okay. Sounds like I just tripped a landmine or something, but nothing happened. Okay. Let's go back and look at this area one more time in daylight. Okay, so we're looking at this spot over here. Somewhere. Which way were we looking? This way? No, the other way. Hey, I have the key for this. There we go. Okay, so...
Now you got a few 5.56 rounds.
Yep, sure did. Okay, so, again, train tracks... Road. Lots of trucks and stuff. This is looking good. This definitely has potential. What do you think, Russ? An ammo can? Look at that. They even have a barricade here that we can use. Ooh, they got two of them. Yeah. And you get your own power armor.
You know, Doug, the last time I had a quest where I had to go save the girl, I kept getting told that our princess was in another tower.
I like this spot. Yeah, Mr. E, this is for a Minuteman or military outpost with a rail line. You could easily put a spur in. Let's see here. So that way takes you up to the drive-in. That way. We could use the sewer as a hidden access point to some subterranean... Oh, wait a minute. I guess we can't. Okay.
It's already an access point for something. What's in here?
I have no idea. won't know until I get in here. Let's see what's in here.
It's almost like every sewer in the game is an access for something.
Well, it does seem that way. Here's the trains going by. Is this part of the Minuteman quest? Not the Minuteman. I mean the.
Oh, you're at
the railroad.
Yeah, you're at the switchboard.
How the hell did I come in this way?
That's the secret entrance.
I guess.
Now I know exactly where you are.
Well,
I've always wondered if the.
I just never came this way
respawn.
before.
I've always wondered if the synths respawn in there. How could you have never come this way? That's the only way to get in there. If you try and go in through the front door, you get turned around because the elevator's not powered until you get through from the back.
Yeah, but I don't. Well, maybe I do have the. Maybe I do have the deliverer, and I just don't remember. I don't remember. I played. You have to understand. I've played.
Oh well, yeah. You've played the game so many times, you don't know who's got what.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, this would be an awesome spot to. Yeah, but that's down there. That has nothing to do with what's going on up here. What I find really interesting, you know.
Up here, it's far enough away from the Locum's Joe that it shouldn't even interfere if you haven't done the quest yet.
Right. Oh, look at that. More barricades, too. Ooh. This spot's got military base written all over it, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. It's already got military equipment in the trains. I forgot there's a suit of power armor in that train.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I always do the switchboard thing, and then I guess it just doesn't dawn on me because it's not the way you approach. You approach from over here someplace to go in there, because when you're up on the bridge, it points you over here somewhere. So, you know, so when you're doing it, you're actually walking away from the area. So, in my opinion. So, yeah, awesome. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's a good location. I mean, it's not. I think this one or the other one up the hill where I was talking about between the road and the railroad tracks would be, and of course the one with where the Y switch is, which is further south. Let me think. I think so. Shit, I didn't look at the map location. Yeah, it's way south, way down here someplace. We weren't quite that far, I don't think. Yeah, it's down this way somewhere. Somewhere in this area is where the railroad track split. Oh shit, did it again. Do the split. Is that the track? No. Where's the railroad tracks? Yeah, down here. Grey Garden. Belt 88.
The split is...
There it is. It's right here. There's the water. So you're between... Yep. What did it say? Fairlane Hills Estates. What's this? Coast Guard. Yep. Okay. And there's the puddle of water, which I said this would be a really good spot to build a base at, because you got a road, and you got 2 railroad tracks. This is a natural right here. Hardware Town. That's the other side. Okay, that's yeah. Interesting. Eh? God damn it, why do I keep hitting the wrong buttons all the time? Okay, yeah. Now, well, that's up to Russ mostly. I mean, he's the one who's doing the design. I'm doing research and development, I guess. I don't know. I have like all kinds of crazy ideas in my head, and So that would act. This would see. This one to me is a bit too close to everything else right here. It would be a good location, but I really like this one down here where the Y is. Wherever that is, or is it down here? So if we go to Fairlane Hill Estates, let's try this again. Let's go over here. Now it would be nighttime again. It has to be what? Many what? Yeah, I think 28. You know, if you know, Obama 2.0 starts, I just.
Oh, I hear my grandson calling.
Okay. No, they would be actual settlements. So you'd have a military base that would be. Yeah. You have a nice day. Don't you come over this way. I'm going to have to kill you. There's the train car. What's this building here? An abandoned house. Okay. Cobra King, how you doing? Okay, so we have the crossing here. I think the Y starts down this way. Maybe not. Nope, the other way. It's up this way. Yeah, here's another sewer pipe too. That's going to be full of radiation, but you could clean that out. I don't know what the hell that was. Yeah, it's down this way. Okay. Yep. So this was the other area that we were looking at that had railroad tracks. This is for the army base. So you would come down the tracks here and it splits. Okay, so one side goes off that way towards town. And then the other one continues south. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking up this way. I wish I was on my PC. I could drop a workbench and try it, you know, so. Well, yeah, a standard size, I guess. I don't know. Where's Russ? Russ, did you wander off? Did you abandon us in the middle of this fiasco we're having here today?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Apparently he can't stand Star Wars to end.
Star Wars what?
To end.
Oh, okay. I can understand that. So, depending on where you built it along here, there's a couple of roads, or if you built it closer to Fairlane, it's also a good spot. See, I was kind of thinking in this area right here. Okay? And then you have a choice to spur off of either railroad track to go into your military base. And it would be cool to add because there really isn't a military base in this whole game. I mean,
not a real one.
You know, so it's up to us how we want to create it. And this is what I think Russ has been going on about. You've talked to him about it, Rob. So I don't know where Russ is. Oh, there he is. Hey Russ, you know, I've been working hard, very hard, and I smoked the computer over this crap. So don't tell me about how hard you're working. My computer went up in smoke. So,
Russ, it took her a long time to learn how to crack that whip. So you just take it.
Yeah, that's right. Otherwise, I'm putting the leathers on and I'm coming for you, boy. That's the word. Okay, so... Mr. E, what do you think of this area here? Because if you go too much further south, then you're down by the Gunners. So, which is just down... matter of fact, once you cross the road over here, that's where the Gunner Plaza is, I think. It's just down the road here. I kind of like this spot because you could actually use that abandoned house there in the road. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think my city used Christmas on Friday as an excuse for not picking up the trash today.
Oh, they picked up mine on Friday. Christmas Day, they picked up garbage where I live.
Oh no, they push everything a day back if there's a holiday during the week. But the holiday's at the end of this week.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't have affected today, but my trash is still out at the curb.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll show up around 6 o'clock. Who knows? So, yeah, so we have this crossing right here. So this is what I was thinking, because we got this road right here. Nice crossing, too, by the way. So down here, this is where you have that bot that comes out and kills you. But it also is a military-type installation thing. Paramilitary. There's the locomotive. Maybe he'll leave me alone. Probably not. Last time I had to outrun him. So, and then right down there is the super mutant. So that's the settlement is right over there. We have 2 settlements down there. Yeah, exactly. So, and you could see that this may have been used as part of the railroad thingy because it kind of looks industrial and, you know, maybe an industrial switching thingy here. I don't know. Nope, now we got ragstags. Got any bullets for me? Nope. No, but they got nuclear material. Okay, we'll take that. Okay. So here's the crossing that we were just talking about. Got a road here. And this road curves around, by the way, and crosses the other railroad track. If you follow this road around, that's where it goes. Here they come when they feel like it. Oh, now what do we got here? More rust devils. See? Didn't even kill him.
Yeah, Doug, I would like my trash collectors to come in the morning. They used to. But for some reason, I can't buy a break. They'll come when I least expect it nowadays. How can you only have a 29% chance of hitting him? He's in the open.
I don't know. I don't write the damn games. Okay, where the hell did he go? Oh, there he is. Somewhere. Oh, more 5.56. Look at that. Well, there was 3 of them. Oh, what do you got? Automatic assault rifle. Oh, we're over by the hospital now. there's the back of the. So here's the other railroad tracks. You know, if we follow this down, there's this train yard right down here. This is a quest area, though. The warehouse. Boston Police Rationing Site. Well, we'll continue down here a little way and see what we find. See, once you get closer to town, it's going to be really hard to find a place to build at.
Yeah, because there's so many locations
Right.
that are used.
Okay, I'm not sure how this got here with no wheels on it, but that's a good trick. What's in here? Anything? Nope. Okay. Oh, look at this! Look at this! What's the hell's down here? What is this? Ooh. And it's got sightings and everything! What have we got down here? I know there's some raider shit goes on down here somewhere. I'm not sure where. Oh, cool. Oh, now we got mutants down here. Well, the radium rifle won't do me much good. Okay! They're dead. Hopefully they got some ammo for me. Yeah, we need a better tank. I was thinking maybe reworking the existing tank, actually. I don't know.
I think the police rationing warehouse is the one you come out of. Yeah. Quest you're talking about, Mr. E.
No. There's a quest that sends you here to pick up a part or something.
No, the
At the
Bobby No-No's quest.
sends you to the rationing center.
You end up coming up in the bottom of that warehouse, and when you're done talking with Fahrenheit or killing Fahrenheit, you come out here.
At the rationing or the one I'm at currently?
I think it's the rationing one.
Okay, that's that one over there. That's that one down there, yeah. Okay, this is, what's this? Wait a minute, here we got a door. Requires a key. I don't have a key.
Pick this.
Oh,
Well, then
this is it. This is Hancock's building here.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not the rationing center.
So
okay.
the rationing center is separate.
Yep.
The rationing center is probably the one where you have to go pick up the part.
I think so. Nuts. Well, anyway, though, okay, so it would be, we could maybe further down? I don't know. Is there anything in any of these? It doesn't look like it. Okay. No, I don't think you can. Okay, so we got double tracks here. We got the bridge there. I'm going to have to take a rat away, I guess. Okay, so now we're over by the other junkyard where that's in this place. Well, this sucks. Okay. Well, this actually would not be a. I don't know if it would make much sense to have a military base here, though. But it'd be kind of cool, but there's no road access, I don't think. Not that it's really mandatory, but you wouldn't bring everything in on tracks, is my point. I don't think there's any nearby road. So you get way over there. Hmm. Oh, I love The Fifth Element. I got that on DVD. That's the other thing that pisses me off. It's hard to. No new computers come with optical drives anymore. So, fortunately, I have an external, but it's still. Yeah, there's no road over here that I'm aware of. We got a radio beacon. What's this over here? Yeah, I can't see. Well, let's see if it was a post-apocalyptic type.
If you're building it now, you're not going to have the luxury of roads and railroads to worry about.
Well, that's true. Because this is the nearest one is the underpass here, which is the backside of this warehouse. Yeah, so. So, let's see. Yeah, so you can't even get it. There's no holes in the roof or anything. So this is, yeah. Anyway. I guess that has some potential, maybe. I don't know. Not great, if you ask me. Let's see. If we continued on this path, where would we wind up if we could continue on this path?
I'm still wondering what that crater's from, because if it was a nuke, there wouldn't be any downtown Boston.
Well, they were tactical nukes. Okay, these rail lines even show up? It does. So that's the dead end there, and then it doesn't go anywhere else down here that I can see. Oh, it might go down. Yeah, it goes to downtown into general. Yeah, so you couldn't build anything down here if you wanted to. There's too many quest locations. But we could build a Minuteman Navy base. Look at all these docks here. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Postal Square. Is this right by the castle? Nope, it's right by there. Cool. That's that stretch where you get all the Mirelurks and crap, I think. More docks here. This is the other place I thought would be really good, maybe, is to be able to build down in here someplace. Here's the castle right here, I think. Yeah. So we are pretty close to the castle. General Atomics. There's a quest back in here too, though, someplace, I think, that sends you down. But someone did a quest over here somewhere, or did a settlement build down here somewhere. What about south of University Point? Now you get in. Now you're back down in here. This is all shallow water down here, so you can walk across right here, no problem. Matter of fact, you can walk across most of it from Adam Cat's garage, believe it or not, over to Warwick. If you take the right path, you can literally walk across here. I think you have to come down this little thing here and then walk across this way. But you can actually walk across. That's how shallow the water is. So, yeah, you have an Asus motherboard? Yeah, that's what my PC that crapped out was an Asus. I really like that computer too. That's what pisses me off. Small footprint, worked really well. I was very pleased. It cost me, the list price on it was $2,200. I was looking at building my own computer. It was going to cost me about $2,000. I wound up getting the Asus on a whatever fucking deal, but it was $1,800. So that's why I bought it, and I was ecstatic with it. So. So I don't know, Russ. I'm kind of running out of places to think of for military bases. Because now we're back into. I mean, we have more options for Minuteman Navy, but oh man, I'm not sure why I have indigestion. Jeez, I've had it. Well, I've only had 3 hours of sleep sleep in the last 48 hours, so I'm getting kind of punchy.
That'll affect your system.
Yeah, I'm not doing real good, so... And then my sister called, and I don't know what she wants, so she wants something. So... I gotta see if she wants me to rebuild. She had a tower that she replaced, and she's not happy with what she replaced it with, so... Which is a mini PC, whatever, I don't know what you call it, but... She's not real happy with it, so... Oh, we're by the quarry. That's where we're at. Where's the other one?
You know, you can stop shooting after you die.
Yes, always. Yeah, we don't want that. I was hoping something had ammo.
You know, normally I would say something snarky like mole rats don't normally carry ammo, but they do.
In this?
So...
Yep. Yeah, they do. So, let's see, I'm heading back over to the hospital. I didn't want to go that way. You know, you keep saying it'll break stuff, but like somebody did where the South Boston checkpoint is, someone made a settlement out of that. I mean, it was great. It's a great little mod. It's not a real big build area, but it'd be a great checkpoint because that's what it is.
Well, remember that.
Yeah, there's that.
Once you finish the game main quest with any faction, those checkpoints are manned by the faction you finished it.
Some of them are. Some of them are not. Like this one gets manned by who? This is an actual checkpoint here. Oh, now we got a Colonel Gutsy down here. Okay, we're not going that way. So, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. But I don't know if the South Boston checkpoint becomes an actual checkpoint. Oh, now we got a bear. God, I'm in deep shit here. Bears don't carry chain guns. The Gutsy is going after the bear. Good. That worked. Woo! I hope.
Mr. Gutsy against a bear.
Yep. There were 2 terabytes sitting in your case. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be putting a 4 terabyte in the computer I'm going to build. I think I'm going to be ordering. I wonder if that bear is following me. God, it sounds awfully loud.
You're detected, but it's a friendly detection.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell's going on here. Oh, there's South Boston checkpoint, as a matter of fact. So, and we get more rats again. Yeah, so whoever did the mod for this, it's called the South Boston Checkpoint mod. It's not named anything different. I don't remember this becoming manned after the game. I could be wrong.
You are correct. It's not all checkpoints are manned.
Right.
However, every time you get within range of a checkpoint, it checks to see if your faction is at that checkpoint.
Right.
Having a skirmish. So it's like a rolling thing. They might not be there this time through, but the next time you walk through, they might be.
What?
Usually this guy has a Minuteman, so I'm surprised he's awake.
Hey.
Minuteman, mini nuke.
Huh?
This checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion. Currently stocked water and ammunition.
Well, that's I was looking up. 7,200 RPM drives, and they're not as popular as they once were. So,
Non-military family members will be turned away for matters of national safety. This
have to go
message
kill them all first. Mirror software. I just bought a cloning dock because you can also use it to run your external drives, and it was $40 on
Commonwealth Army soldiers. Emergency protocol
on Amazon.
are in effect.
So it gets.
If you are in distress, please proceed to the South Boston military checkpoint for aid. Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook.
It is closing in. They are. The thing is, I can buy a 4 terabyte, 7,200 RPM hard drive for $100. And I cannot do that with.
This safe house is for military personnel only. Citizens, including non-military family
God, that's so
members, will be
fucking
turned
loud.
away for matters of national safety. This message will repeat.
What's a 4 terabyte? If you could even get one, what would a 4 terabyte SSD drive cost? Do you think? I mean,
I haven't seen bigger than a 2 terabyte, but then again, I don't
This
look
is an
very
emergency
often.
Yeah,
message
and
to
those
all
are- and they're
Commonwealth
expensive.
Army soldiers.
Yeah.
Emergency protocols 17 Echo Charlie Niner are in effect.
and I'm not sure how they're rated either. That's the other problem I have with the
If you are in distress, please proceed to the South Boston military
with the
checkpoint for aid.
SSD drives.
Coordinates are available in your emergency handbook.
Grant you, they're going to be faster than
This checkpoint has been designated as a safe house in case of enemy invasion, and is currently stocked with additional food, water, and ammunition.
yeah.
This safe house is for military personnel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just ordered it. It should be here.
Oh, actually, Seagate has a 4 terabyte. I doubt that's an SSD. No, it's a SATA drive.
Yeah, and the ones I was looking at from
Right.
Seagate, they don't have a 7,200 RPM drive. They have a
Well, they have a
5,900.
6 terabyte at 72.
Oh, do they? How much is that?
169.99.
It's not too terribly bad.
No, for 6 terabytes, it's not a bad price.
No. Well, you're also paying up for it because it's 7,200. If you looked at the same drive and looked for a 5,800 or 5,400, it'd be $30-40 cheaper.
Okay. Amazon says that this is a Samsung SSD 2.5 inch 4 terabyte drive.
For
$449.
$449?
Yep.
Holy shit. So I'm saying that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's $219 for a 2 terabyte drive.
That's what I'm saying. I could buy a 4 terabyte hard drive for $100. So, I mean,
You can get a 6 terabyte 7200 drive on Newegg right now for less than the 2 terabyte SSD.
yep, yeah. So,
So,
I don't have Prime with Egghead, so I don't order from them very often. Yeah, we're done with the railroad track stuff. Let's see. Yep, there's the place I was looking for, I think.
I'm actually a little surprised that the 6 terabyte drive is that cheap. I don't have Prime with
Oh,
Newegg either.
So,
Western Digital Black. See, Newegg's price on the 4 terabyte, same model, that Western Digital Black, is $139. So if you're gonna pay $139, just bring the other $30 for the 6 terabyte.
All right. So yes, you're right. The M2, the M.2 is different. Yes, it's just a set of chips, and you have to have the appropriate slot in your
In your motherboard.
and not everyone does.
No, as a matter of fact, the majority of M.2 slots that in the early iteration were your wireless cards in your laptops.
Yeah. Oh,
So
this is not great. Good. I got a quantum brain coming at me.
What the hell's a quantum brain?
I have no idea, but it just zapped the crap out of me. I guess I got it. Never heard of it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And it's got shotgun shells. Very interesting. I have no idea what a quantum brain is. It's a quantum robo brain. I never heard of it.
You'd think it would at least have a Nuka-Cola Quantum in there.
I do. That was the other thing. I was looking at the boards and trying to figure out why one was $50 more than the other than the fact that it had or $70 more. It had Wi-Fi. Seemed an awful lot of money for Wi-Fi, and then I realized that it had M2 slots. Or slot. And then also had an extra, which I didn't realize, had an extra PCI slot, which really surprised the crap out of me. Most of them only have 2. This one had 3. So, which is very good. You know, so I don't know what I would do, because 2 of them are like right next to each other, so I don't know what the hell you're going to do with them.
The thing I don't understand is why they suddenly started putting the PCI slots back on the motherboards when people are moving away from it with their high-speed crap, you know?
Why do you say that?
Well, for example, the M.2 slots are faster,
Yeah.
and people are developing chipsets for, you know, wide-ranging things to plug into that instead.
Well,
They're
this is true.
trying to move the speed of the systems up. And PCIe is, I mean, it's fast, don't get me wrong, but it's old tech.
Yeah. So this was the other area that I thought would be interesting. But I know there is a quest around here somewhere that they send you over. Plus there's a couple of, I can't remember. I'm going to have to look. You guys can look it up. It's the Gigabyte Z390 motherboard with Wi-Fi and blah, blah, blah. And, so anyway, so this was the other area I was thinking of. I don't know, Russ, what you would think of this. We are very close to, but, oh, I can't get up here now. Come on, you can do it. No, I can't. Oh, maybe. There we go. So, I just thought it was kind of a cool area. You know, we got the docks and stuff, and I don't think the docks and stuff are actually used in any quests. The buildings are, but like that building, I don't know if it is. So, you know, I don't think I can get it. But yeah, I mean, this is another place I couldn't remember exactly where it was. This is why it took me so long to find it, and it's time to quit. So, but I thought it was kind of a cool area. Oh, there's the settlers. See, they actually live over there, wastelanders. So they live there, on the boat. So, can't remember what's going on over that building there. But yeah, so And you can't do much there because that's the atomic thingy, whatever you call it. I forgot. There's a quest there. So, anyway, so boys and girls, moms and dads. Well, we'll have to continue this conversation. I got, like I said, I already have a 0.5 terabyte SSD, 2.5 inch. You know, they're not as fast as the M.2s, okay? But they are still pretty darn quick. You can go crazy with this stuff, you know? It's just like you said you had that blue M.2. There's two of them. There's one that's like, I don't, $90 or something, and then there's another one that's 120, and the difference is one's twice as fast as the other one, you know? So, Z is in zebra. So, Z390, I believe, from Gigabyte. It's a $179 card, and it is upgradable. That's the reason why I was looking at it. So that's why I was looking at the i5 chip to start with, and which is comparable to the i7 I had in my. I'm not kidding. I mean, as far as raw speed and throughput, the i5, the new i5, which is I think it's a Gen 9, has better throughput than my old i7 did. So that's why I was looking at the i5 versus the i7, which is over $100 more for 2 more cores. So, and I was putting the money, obviously, that I'm saving from that, so I could get a better motherboard and get 16 gig of RAM. So I'm getting 16 gig. Yes, it is the Auroras. So that's the motherboard I'm looking at. And now the next motherboard above that is $300 and some odd. I mean, it's you know, it gets real expensive real quick. But it has the M.2 slots. It has PCI, it's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all that happy horseshit, and which my Asus was too. But like I said, that was $1,800. I'm trying to put this together for under $500 since I got the drives and the video card and all that good stuff, and a case. So I got to buy a power supply, a fan, CPU, motherboard, RAM. So I'm putting 16 gig of RAM in it. Actually, the 16 gig was the cheapest way to go. 32 gig was an extra 100. To go to 32 gig was 100 and... Well, it depends on whose chips you buy, but... it's also who had something in stock. That was the other thing. And I happen to like Samsung or, you know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So anyway, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. And I'm going to be ordering that stuff probably tonight or tomorrow. And today is 12/28. Look at that. So we should have a earlier autosave, I thought, from... Apparently not.
Well, I hate to jump before you say goodnight and goodbye to everybody, but I gotta get a few things done, and I gotta get a nap in before I see Otto for
your
late
interview.
stream prep.
Yes. All right. Well, Rob, thank you for being here. You gonna join
Thanks
us?
for having me.
You
I
betcha.
appreciate it.
You gonna join us tomorrow? Probably gonna be doing the same crap. So
I should be able to. It's going to depend on what's going on around the house. You know, with the holiday season, we might have some.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Serious.
I really do.
We're also considering moving when the lease is up, so we may start
Okay.
trashing the stuff we're not taking with us.
All right. Rick, why do you say that? I don't know what the Well, all you can do is let me know, Rob, and if you can be here, great. Like I said, I'm probably going to be just doing the same thing, and because I got nothing else really. I could play 76, or I think that's all I got on this PlayStation at the moment. So, so I'll probably just be more Fallout 4.
I'll probably be here. I'll hit you up on
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Rob. You take care and say hello to the missus for me and the kids. Yeah, hey there.
I will.
All right. Rick, I don't understand what the issue is with the rev number and fan pin outs. I don't know. honestly, it's a Z390 board. You know, it's... So, anyway. Okay. I'll talk to you later there, Rick. I want to say thank you to everybody, and you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow, because we're going to be doing the same shit, wandering around the Commonwealth and talking computers, but I got to get this crap ordered and get something going here, so. Anyway, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.